This is a West Side episode.
West Side. Wait, how do you do it?
No, that's ATL. Wait.
Oh,
wait.
I don't know.
West Side? Oh no, this kind of looks weird. Is this West Side?
It was like brand new information. She just found out yesterday that vitamin D has a lot to do with your energy.
Yeah, I just had some lab work and I'm low on the D.
And most, well.
Yeah, I'm low on both of those actually.
My birthday is in exactly 1.
How old are you gonna be? 43? I'm 44.
French! And we know French!
Oh! Fifi C. Shout out to Fifi C. Hey, how are you guys losing weight? And are your parents still living? Interesting.
Yeah, I thought those were really interesting actually.
Hey TA fam! Welcome to My Two Friends.
Twinsy Talk.
We're your two friends,
Edwina
and Shana.
We've been best friends for over 30 years and thrifting all our lives.
In 2011, when only cat videos existed on YouTube, we created a secret club called Thrifters Anonymous.
Everyone's favorite thrift channel where we take you along our thrift adventures in Vegas.
Well, now we're letting you in on our secret talks before we film a video for you.
So grab a drink with your two BFFs because it's time to catch up. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is episode 3 of your two friends, Twinsy Talk. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
My name's Edwina.
My name is Shana.
And it's so damn early. It's so damn early. We're so professional. You guys, we're back. We're taking your advice. You guys said that we're full of energy. It is 8:40 a.m. on Martin Luther King Day. Shout out to the King.
Shout out.
Shout out to the King.
For being just a ray of sunshine for us on this beautiful day.
Well, now we're able to be friends because of him. Or do each other.
I was just telling Edwina, I learned some facts about the Jews and Martin Luther King, and he was a big supporter, and one of his best friends was a rabbi who said that every time he spoke, he felt like God was speaking. And it was just very, anyways, it's a beautiful day, while sad in many ways, just so inspiring, and we hope that it will spark some joy for 2023.
And it's been raining like crazy, as you know, on the West Coast. Shout out to all the people. If you've like experiencing the floods and stuff, our hearts go out to you. But it's so gloomy. Shana and I were like, what's the brightest thing we could put on the most gloomiest day? Message.
Be kind.
Truly. And smile.
And smile.
It's so important.
And get out and get some sun, because
oh my God, when you said that, the sun just came out of the cloud.
You guys, I was just telling Edwina, it was like brand new information. She just found out yesterday that vitamin D has a lot to do with your energy.
Yeah, I just had some lab work and I'm low on the D.
And most, well.
Yeah, I'm low on both of those actually.
Most women are low in vitamin D, so get your blood checked, because I learned this. When you get pregnant, like that's like the first thing they tell you because they notice it. But it does help with your mood too. Like, you know, people say like go get some sunshine because it can, you know, getting like tanning. Do you know that the UV, like it helps your energy, like get your blood flow?
No, I believe it. I can't wait to get back on that D and get it up.
Okay, stop saying that, Edwina.
It's good. It's good. All these are good.
Anyways, these are the sweatshirts that we got here at Salvation Army. Which,
They're
by the way,
amazing.
that's where we are.
They're amazing.
And you guys, I was so inspired when I put it on. I looked at Edwina and I was like, project!
Oh my God.
Like, do you think somebody made these?
Maybe, but it's just giving us ideas for swag. More on that coming soon.
So beautiful. I absolutely love it. Anyways, we are here because we got some talks, right? We got some questions. We're excited.
And we're dedicated to giving you these extra videos every week. So first, before we even get started, thumbs up.
Yes.
Subscribe. We're on the road to 60,000.
We are, you guys. It's been a long one.
Yep.
It's okay, because we don't want to conform, and we still aren't gonna.
Oh my God, this year would be 12 years of YouTube, you guys.
I really want to do something fun for the anniversary.
I know we missed our 10 year.
We did.
We remembered in year 11.
We did.
Forgot about it again, and here we are.
12's the lucky year, guys. We're gonna celebrate our anniversary, and I think it was August. Or was
July.
It was when my mom passed away. That's right.
It's on Trey's birthday.
The day my mom passed away?
The day you started the YouTube.
July 26th?
Oh, I think it's July 27th on the YouTube.
Because my mom passed away July 26th.
I know, and you started the channel on the 27th on Trey's birthday. Right after. It's all connected.
That's when I started the channel? Oh my God.
That's why it's always been weird. Like, you know, like it's Trey's birthday. It's kind of weird because this is the time of, like, with your mom. So it's always been kind of, you know.
That is weird. Why did I not?
I'm ready to party and get crunk.
Did I just figure this out?
I think I mentioned it to you, but
I've been in a trance for the last 12 years.
Now it makes sense, but it's
wow. Okay. Anyways,
who's been following us from the get-go?
Who remembers what we whores and PE?
What we whores?
What we whores? Who remembers PE?
Oh my gosh, I did not want to be on camera. But anyway, we don't want to talk too much because this is really dedicated to the people who sent us questions.
Yes, you guys, thank you so much for the comments. We loved reading your guys' comments. We tried to reply to everybody. You can usually get us within the first hour of the video because we're on live. We're trying to be on there. So if you ever have any questions, you just want to say hi, make sure to check out the premieres because we're usually on there like trying to, this is really long.
Oh my God, I feel like I have yours, or maybe my arms are long. But maybe
your
arms
are long.
Maybe they're the same.
They're probably the same size.
Shout out to Nala. I feel like we need to make Nala a moderator. She is like...
Okay, I just saw... Did you see her email?
She sends the email?
Nala, we're going to get to it, I promise. But I didn't open it because here's the thing. Me and Amina share an email. And we've come to the conclusion that if we open it, we never see it.
Yes, or one of us will open it and then we forget to tell the other person. So we try to read together.
I try to not open it until we're together because we'll miss it and then we'll just never read it. So Nala, I think... Nala, am I saying this correctly? Either
N-A-L-A.
Either you nominated yourself or you're nominating somebody else for This Is Who I Am.
Oh, that's what the email is?
Yes.
Ooh, throw it in the cart, lv@gmail.com.
Make sure you guys, we're prepping for season 2. We're like gearing up all the participants so that we can schedule them out. So get in now so that you can be a part of it. Anyways.
So exciting. So who is the first,
one.
TA member? So Fifi C, shout out to Fifi C. Hey, how are you guys losing weight? And are your parents still living? Interesting.
So, yeah, I thought those were really interesting actually. So the first one, if you want to start the first one, Edwina's on her kick, so I'll let her. She's fresh. Mine is not so fresh.
Okay, so long story short, I was going through a lot. I told you last year was like the toughest year of my life for many, many reasons. Personal, Trey being sick, work, lots of things. Anyway, I was looking for a direction and the direction led me to wake up early, be productive, and then it led me to good gut health. Like a lot of the problems that I was having, I feel like my gut wasn't happy. And I watched so many videos and I'm like, why aren't they telling America about good gut health? Like forget counting calories, forget all of that stuff. If you eat foods that are positive for your gut microbes, you'll be the best person of your life. So I'm not on a diet, but what I have done is introduce a lot of dark leafy greens and key vegetables that have like changed my life, and it's making me melt. And I'm also doing intermittent fasting. So look up some videos of intermittent fasting and good gut health. You'll see like Tim Spector. There's so many key doctors. They're amazing. Anyway, so I fast 16 hours a day. So after dinner, if I eat dinner at 5:30, I don't eat breakfast till 9:30. So it's almost 9:30. It's 8:47. I'm probably gonna eat a little earlier because we're gonna go shop. But so I fast for that time, and half of it I'm sleeping. And then I'm so full with the goodness. I'll probably show you what I made today. And then I don't eat till dinner. And I drink teas, green teas, and I'm so fulfilled. It's called satiety, when you don't have the urge to satiety.
You're not satiated.
Yes, so if you eat the right food for your microbes in your gut, it rewards you by melting fat, giving you good energy, and keeping you satisfied. And I don't snack, and I don't, we don't drink. That helps a lot.
It does help.
So if you're not a snacky, if you're a snacky person, don't jump into these things. Try to stop snacking, try to stop drinking, and then introduce a new lifestyle. But I think us not drinking is really the savior of all of this, because if we were drinking every day, I probably wouldn't be taking these positive steps.
Well, if anybody's drinking it every day, it's definitely not going to lead to a positive feeling.
It's very difficult for your body to recover. So anyway, it's changed my life. I have lost, I started this in Thanksgiving. And
yeah, like right when I was leaving to go to New York.
Yeah, that's right. So I started my New Year's resolutions right after Thanksgiving, and I've lost since then 15 pounds since then. And then in our last Twinsy Talk, or our haul, was it Twinsy Talk? Our last one?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, but when I bought my Peloton, I said it in French, I was $250. And now, today...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because somebody's like, I know French. I think I figured it out.
And then she said her weight in French, too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to keep it real. I was $250 when I got the Peloton. I was full manatee mode. Shana had a birthday party at the cabin. And then somebody's skinny idea was like, let's go take a walk outside. And I found out that I couldn't even walk. And I got the Peloton.
Yeah, because you were kind of behind us, and I thought something was wrong. Like I thought she was mad or something. I literally was like, Edwina, what's wrong? I couldn't breathe. I couldn't tell. Maybe you got in a fight with Jen or Tara. Like I was trying to figure it out.
No, I was the old lady. Like everybody's looking back. Oh, she's okay. But yeah, I was just so out of shape.
Because the elevation, we're like 7,000 feet above elevate. Like it was, yeah.
So
high elevation.
So 250, and today I weighed myself 191.
That's amazing.
I haven't been under 200 pounds in like 2 years, girl.
Really?
Really.
Cheers to that.
Well, because I'm so tall, I've been like rocking this height and trying to hide everything.
Listen, height can help. I will say that. Height helps when, you know, because your weight distributes differently.
And we have style, so I can like, you know,
mask it up.
Yes, because if you don't have style, you look like you really show all the fats and the rolls and everything. But thank God we have style. But anyway,
we have grace. Every time she says that, I want to say that, and then somebody's like, "Oh, Rita Hayward gave good face."
So that's it.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations.
And working out 5 to 6 days a week.
Not
though.
Congratulations. We don't like.
No,
congratulations. No, not congratulations.
I don't want praise because I put the weight on.
But I'm proud of you
for taking charge.
And doing a little research for yourself. Because what happens, I think, a lot is that you'll see somebody and you just want to mimic what they're doing.
Yeah.
But what they're doing, it may be different than what you're trying to do. And also, you're a different body.
Yes, and no fads, no diets. I'm looking for lifestyle changes, something I can continue. And I feel like I can continue this forever.
I think so.
Forever. So anyway, look up intermittent fasting, look up good gut health, and you guys, get those dark leafy greens in the grocery store. It will change your life. And Shana has a lot to do with me being healthy because she does stuff, she's going to tell you right now, that influenced me to be my best self. So thank you for saving my life again.
I didn't save your life. You saved your life. I may have just given you some ideas.
No, it's true, but you're a good example.
Idea maker.
You're a good example. Thank God you care about yourself. Ugh, I'd have been a mess. But yeah, changed my life. My goal is 170. I had a doctor's appointment.
That's how much I weigh right now.
Oh my God, that's interesting. I had a doctor's appointment. I told him, he was so proud. He's like, most of my patients I have to tell them you're already proactive. Like, great. He's like, you need to be 170.
We're good students.
He's like, you need to be 170.
We're good students.
I was thinking a little lower, but I think 170 is good because I think I'm gonna look 150 at 170 because I'm a giant.
Well, to give you any indication, I'm only 5'7.5". Okay, I'll say 5'8", but let's be real. I'm like 5'7.5". I'm in between. Okay, 5'7.5", and right now I weigh 170. So how tall are you?
Like 5'10".
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm about to be you soon, and then you about to be somebody else.
I better not be me soon because we're not gonna make it in the thrift store.
So Shana, why don't you share? You shared a little personal stuff about your travels.
Oh yes, I did. So if you missed the last one,
yeah, the last one. I feel like that is really what changed your life to really get you on track to the.
I mean, listen, if you guys have been following me as long as you have, you've seen me in every shape and size. Because when I started the blog, I was doing bikini competitions. Shout out to all my bikini competitors. I don't do it anymore. Maybe one day I'll be one of those, you know, older ladies on the stage flexing their butt. But right now I'm not doing it. But that got me on a journey of like lifting, you know, weights. And I was always, you know, I was a dancer. I danced for 18 years.
Like a for real dancer, not the pole.
Not the pole.
Okay.
Classical ballet. I did some jazz. I also used to do some hip hop, but performances. And then I did modern dance with Magical Madness a couple years ago. 4 years ago now, 5 years ago.
I don't even know how the hell you were doing all of that at once.
Do you know what just popped up?
What?
I gotta show you. So this is, again, with the fitness, just hanging on to that. My blog inspired me, the boudoir modeling inspired me, but those diet changes were all based on like bikini competitions. So what I was doing was a lot of like, I hate this word by the way, but I used it a lot. Clean eats, I hate it. But I used it a lot because what it meant was there wasn't going to be any sugars and going out to eat and
or gravies and all this extra stuff.
Yeah, like everything was just very simple. It should have been called Simple Eats. It was like grilled chicken, broccoli, green beans, brown rice, sweet potato, rice cakes, peanut butter, eggs, like
asparagus.
Yes, asparagus, spinach, you know, all the greens.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
You know, and I grew up, my mom was making green juice before green juice was cool. So
true.
All of that was all normal. But what I realized, you know, as you get older, your body changes and your needs change. You need vitamin D now. I didn't need vitamin D 20 years ago when I was doing all that stuff. I need it now. I never really felt like I needed fish oil and multivitamins. If I don't take my First Form multivitamin, shout out to First Form. Yes, I'm sponsored. And yes, there's a link below. Because if you guys don't get your hands on some vitamins, it changed my life. So fast forward to today. I was just going to show you though. It was the year that really got me.
2013? That's 10 years ago. Fashion blogger Shana inspires us to get fit with just a few wise words. I can't read. The Fab Fitness attire for Marshalls. We love how it makes her active work look on her. Follow her on Twitter. Oh my God, you were invisible.
Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. I can't read either.
We're gonna eat soon, promise.
But I haven't even had my coffee. So anyways,
do you get pissed off when you see like, okay, when you see those old posts on Facebook that stalk us? I hate this algorithm. Do they piss you off, or do they make you happy, or do they make you, what do you think? What did they make you think?
Evoked a happiness for me.
It did?
Because
you were on point.
I'm gonna we're gonna get emotional in this Twinsie talk. No, it was a big life change. This was a big deal. I was you know, and it's funny, I look back, you know how much I weighed in that before picture?
Were you like 130?
No, in my before picture when I first started with Claudia.
Oh, you mean the one in your bikini, like in your bedroom upstairs?
Do you know how much I weighed?
What, like 180?
175. And I was like, I have never been this big in my entire life.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And then I got to like 128, okay? And these numbers, they mean nothing.
No, because when I was ripped and tiny, and I didn't know I was ripped and tiny with you, with all that muscle, I was 175.
And guess how much I was when I was ripped?
Or 180.
150 was like my good. So like, you know, you say you want to get to 170. 150, I am like, girl, are you a fitness model?
We had a lot of muscle. That's a big difference.
So,
big difference.
Fast forward to today. You guys watched my last video. I've been trying to get pregnant. That cabin trip that Anita was talking about where we were walking outside, I was literally, this is, you know, turn it off if you don't want to hear too graphic. I was having a miscarriage, like literally as we're walking. And I just remember thinking like, I am so unhappy. Like just was, you know, we drank a lot and we were eating, I wasn't eating bad, but I just wasn't.
We had a lot of queso from Chipotle.
I've never even had that much queso in my life.
That was delicious.
It was so delicious. That might be a repeat this year. But like, I just was very unhappy. I was very depressed. And that was my second miscarriage, right? So that was my second.
That was tough. You were dealing with a lot back to back.
So that the next day I Googled this acupuncturist in town. I've never done acupuncture. I kind of I didn't think it was legit. Like
I didn't know anything about acupuncture, so I was intrigued.
I was like, I don't, but I knew it had something to do with fertility and all this. So I started that. And you guys, I watched her video. She made me watch this video. It was $200. I had to watch her video and take this course, okay?
Was that a hustle or was it needed?
I thought it was a hustle.
But was it needed?
It's changed my life.
It did?
It changed my life.
What did it tell you?
She just talked about, it was like 15 different topics of how to change my eating habits and my ways for better fertility. But in the end, it's not just fertility. It's for better gut health, for better heart health, for better mood. And you know, when you go to acupuncture, it's all about your sensory, right? So she would like press on my foot and I'm like, ow! And she's like, oh my God, your liver's, you know, are you taking this? Or are you, and it's so weird. I was like, how do you know all this stuff? So I watched it, and so very slowly I started adding a lot more nuts, like sprouted.
Yeah, be specific. Not all nuts are healthy. Okay, continue.
A lot more sprouted grains and sprouted seeds. Okay, I didn't even know what, I was like, sprouted seeds. What's the difference between a seed and a sprouted seed? Like, I was like doing all this research. I had no idea. I couldn't find it. I was like, I can't find a sprouted seed. And then I finally learned like what it was. But I was learning about that, and so I started adding, and I took away like, oh, that has fat, or that's too fatty, or because I was focused on fertility, right? Like, what's gonna make my womb warm, and what's gonna bring, and so when you get away from, oh, that's really fattening, to, oh, that's gonna be really good for my liver or my heart or my lungs, it's like a different world.
That's what I was telling you. Remember how people say, oh, eat vegetables, but you need to know why you need to eat the vegetables. Yes. Once I knew why, it was a no-brainer. My body and mind connected. That's probably what happened with you with that video,
yeah.
right?
I mean, listen, when you compete, like, I had good coaches, and so they did teach me why. I ate a lot of kale, and it was the right veggies too, because when you're competing, you're very low energy, and some of these greens that give you energy, right?
Super greens.
Or the vitamins that they give you, and then some of the fruits are important too, like strawberries, they give you a certain vitamin, and blueberries give you a different, and raspberry, you know. So I started incorporating all those things, but what I also really tried to do, because I was getting ready for this film, for me, my lifestyle's a little different. If I tried to I used to intermittent fast when I used to compete, and by the way, it works. I used to drop,
changed my life.
I used to drop weight like it was going out of style.
Oh my God, I'm dropping fat, which I'm really
happy.
But
the problem with the intermittent fasting that my coach used to get mad at me for was, because I didn't have a lot of muscle when I first started, I was dropping weight too quickly, and so I wasn't holding on to that muscle. It was just, I was lifting.
And you needed the muscle.
I needed the muscle. I had no muscle, and I'm gonna get on stage. It's like, you're gonna look real skinny, but you're not gonna have any muscle. I didn't have a lot of base. So you gotta be careful, right? So that may work for Edwina, right? Well, she's built the muscle. She's been building the muscle for 20 years.
It's under here, it's under the juice.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you have like a lot of fat to lose, then that may work for you. But if you don't have a lot of fat to lose, then it's gonna pull away from maybe what you tried so hard to work for. So it's a battle, and that's why you have to really cater this to your body. Everybody's body is different. But you know what we all have the same? We all need energy, sleep, vitamins, nutrients.
Key nutrients.
Like, and so I like meal prepping because it helps me. I have a small child, work full time. We have all these things going on. Adam likes to have dinner together. If I tried to intermittent fast and be like, I can't have dinner till blah, 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 he would throw me out the window. He's already gonna have a hard time with my meals, because he's like, how can I cook you dinner if I can't cook you dinner? So you know what I've been doing is I've been getting my meals. I order from a company called Mega Fit Meals, or is that the
one you had me try?
No, I had you try.
Is that Trifecta?
Trifecta. They're all the same, guys. I love the local one, but I only say to do that. This is like, they're expensive.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, if you're not gonna make yourself some healthy meals, on the go emergency type things, then you better just order them. Because if you're not gonna make yourself good food, there's no point in doing this.
Yes. Like, HelloFresh or meal prep.
The HelloFresh really helped. It helped both of us with our meals and planning. But I think what's really important is to plan your meals and stick to those.
Yep.
When Edwina said no snacking, I always tell Edwina, like, I'm like, well, that snack was actually part of my meal. You have to include it as part of your meal, or it's a meal. So my Nugo bars, you guys not sponsored. I love these Nugo bars, or those beef sticks from First Form. There are gonna be times where you're out, i.e. the thrift store, and you're starving.
Yeah.
Your blood sugar's low. You're not gonna have your meal with you. Now, I know back in the day I used to carry my chicken and green beans, but that was like a little extreme because I was competing.
And you saved me a couple times in those
did.
episodes. The chicken episode, Shana saved my life. You guys remember that episode?
Because we're starving. It's been like 5 hours. We're like, we need some protein.
We were lifting like big time.
Yes.
We were lifting 2 hours a day with ease. Like 1 hour lifting, 1 hour cardio. Girl, we were on.
I'm actually shocked at what we used to do. Anyways,
oh my God.
To ask a question like, how did this that's why these answers are so long. It's like, how did you lose the weight? It didn't happen overnight. We started filming the film back in October, so you know, right before last January.
And we were lifting. We were doing Powerhouse Gym.
We were doing Powerhouse.
Lifting a lot.
I did, so Black Raven Films, thank you Black Raven Films. Because Adam's like, you gotta get your shit together. We're doing this film, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to lose like a good 40 pounds if I'm gonna be in this film.
And you did.
Well, he helped me. He got a coach for me. Thank you, Black Raven Films. I would have had to do it myself because it was expensive. But Black Raven Films helped to subsidize my, I also own half Black Raven Films, by the way, so I also did kind of pay for it. But it's fine.
Shana, you've been paying for it.
I know. That's another topic. But I started working with the CPC, the
coach,
Team Elite. Ashley Kaltwasser, like full on. I purchased a package, and I lost 40 pounds in 4 months, which was a little extreme, but I didn't have time. I literally, we were starting to shoot.
You were on a mission, so you don't have to go that hardcore, but
it's possible.
It is.
And guess what? During that time, we had stopped working out at like right when I started at Powerhouse, because both of us were completely swamped.
Oh, and then we had all these launches. We were trying to do the business and Shopify.
So
and all
I will say this, and I'm only going to say it, and I don't want you guys to be like, woohoo, I don't have to work out. I don't have to work out. But let me just tell you, I was eating so on point that I maybe did cardio twice a week. And I lifted upstairs for like, you know, and I would do the exercise she's told me to do, but like it wasn't the same. I wasn't like going to the gym for an hour and a half and like doing the whole thing. I was like, let me get my 20-minute hit in, and let me just lift some weights right here, and then let me go downstairs and make dinner.
You know what, Shana, but I think it's the number. So you didn't have much. 40 pounds is a lot, but not a lot. At the same time, is a lot and a lot. But lifting is really the sculpt, because some people will lose a bunch of weight and then they look like a melted ice cream. So lifting is so important. I feel like you already had the muscle and you were able to do that. But if somebody else like never worked out like us or lifted weights, they would like have a lot of skin, and it's so important. Like lifting is more important than cardio. Period.
Listen, everybody has a different mission.
Yes.
That's why it's so important. Like me, okay, you guys could go out to dinner with me and Edwina right now, okay? This is a good example. So I'm trying to have a baby. Edwina's trying to lose weight. Jen is trying to build bigger shoulders and biceps. Okay. We ordered dinner, and Edwina goes, oh, I'm not really eating carbs right now because I'm doing this. And then Jen's like, oh, I need all the carbs and the blah, blah. And then I'm like, actually, I don't eat gluten and no dairy, and I'd like more avocado and whole eggs. And Edwina's like, I'm just eating egg whites because I'm trying to like, you know. and then it's like, well, who's the one that's doing better? None.
None. It's
because we're all focused on something different.
Yes.
I eat a whole egg. You guys, I've never eaten whole eggs in my entire life. And then the fertility was like, the first thing you're doing wrong is eating egg whites. Yeah, and it's so funny because it's like
healthy fats.
I'm like, why is that wrong? And she's like, well, because what's in that yolk is unbelievable. And she went into this whole dissertation about yolks. Well, listen, I hope I don't get high cholesterol because of this diet, because I've never, you know, so
yeah, it's interesting. But yes, don't copycat. Find what's good for you and do research, not on fads, not on diets, the food's best for your body. And
slowly start to take things out and try it out. Like maybe dairy does weigh you down. Maybe dairy is causing problems with your digestion. You know what that is a thing.
Yes, and breads, even whole wheat breads.
So
toast,
I cut out gluten.
Bagels.
And I didn't know, but I think gluten was causing some inflammation.
Oh, really?
In my body.
Really? That gluten.
I'm not celiac, but I was like, really?
Wow.
And I don't eat a lot of breads and stuff, but when I do, it's like I eat it.
But shopping is easier. We shop on the outside of the store. We don't really go into the aisles. It's really, really simple.
The only time I go to the aisles is because of Zevi.
And yeah, me, I'm getting stuff for Trey, so he won't go crazy. Where's my Ruffles?
I will say though, I am secretly addicted to those Quaker, like they're like Quaker chips, you know, that have like they have cheddar, they have you seen those in
like
the big bag?
Like the rice chips?
The rice cakes, you know?
Yeah,
I'm addicted to those.
Those are good. Those are good.
You guys know I love a rice cake, okay? Because I used to do all sorts. Oh, that's another thing that's so delicious, Edwina. Take a brown rice cake. Brown, you have the brown ones? Avocado.
Oh.
Red pepper flakes.
Okay.
Drizzle of olive oil. Sprouts.
Oh, see, I've done
OMG.
I've done it on bread like that.
Well, if you want to cut down the carbs.
Yeah, I've been cutting down the bread. My body says no bread, so I'm just listening to my body. It's just like say no bread right now.
Yeah, so cut down the carbs. Girl, the rice cake, that was
avocado toast.
Oh, it was so good.
Ooh, but it's give me good ideas.
The brown rice cake though, that one's better because it's heartier. It's like you know, so that's really, really good. And then you guys, do you remember my tacos? I started making those again.
Which ones?
My lettuce wraps.
Oh. Yeah, cut the carb out and you still have all the goodness. Yeah. It's like a real taco. Remember how you had me have yogurt instead of like sour cream? You put Greek yogurt. I'm like, I need sour cream, and I had the taco with Greek yogurt. I'm like, this is pretty good.
You're like, this is delicious.
This is really good.
Speaking of who, you guys, it's on Thrifters Anonymous. I still can't believe it's on Thrifters Anonymous.
What?
It has our most views.
Oh, the egg whites. Oh, Shana's egg white bites. Those are like the best. You guys, look that up. If you need a new breakfast idea, man, those
11 years ago, I made these egg white bites, and now Starbucks is selling them. Starbucks, you owe me money.
They do.
You guys, I used to
they do.
I used to make those egg whites, and I used to put like that's where you can get your greens and stuff in there too. I used to put spinach, bell pepper.
Girl, this is what I did in this breakfast.
So you guys, I'm so proud of you for making. Oh, this is my breakfast. Did you put zucchini? Oh, you didn't buy zucchini.
I have Swiss chard, spinach, tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, jalapenos, red pepper flakes, and I just put a little smidget of cheese, and I have turkey bacon. Bop.
Delicious, right?
Full of vegetables. I'm gonna be so full off of this. So around 2, I'll get hungry, but it's not really hunger. My brain is playing a trick on me, and I'll drink some green tea, and I'm back to my fasting.
Sometimes it's just your blood sugar, or
yes, and the tea brings me back. It brings me back.
Oh, that's the other thing. So my doctor told me that I couldn't have coffee, and she didn't tell me because coffee's bad. Coffee's not bad. Coffee dehydrates you, and I'm trying to make a baby, and your body is supposed to have fluid so that it can push the blood flow. This is the other thing I learned. Where is your blood?
Right.
And apparently, because I only have 4-day periods, I don't have a lot of blood flow in my uterus. So she was trying to, with all her acupuncture, push, and all the herbs, I take all these herbs to push my blood flow to my uterus. So interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. Oh, avocado, I forgot.
Oh yeah, an avocado? Delicious. This is, you guys, this has been my breakfast for like 20 years. I made Edwina an omelet. Well, I had an omelet one morning, and she didn't have breakfast. She was starving, so I gave her half the omelet. She's like, what is in this omelet?
It's like I fell in love with you. I'm like, oh, Shana, like, what did you bring me into?
Because it's my favorite thing to do, because I dump, that's how I get all my veggies, by the way. If you guys have a hard time eating vegetables, find ways to sneak it in your food.
Yeah, so there's so many veggies in here. Saute them in olive oil, put a little seasoning.
Like, nobody wants to eat spinach with garlic on the side. Listen, I love spinach, so I'll eat that. But that's not how you, like, you don't want to make, what are you having for dinner? Chicken and spinach. Ew. Put the spinach in your stir fry. Put the spinach in your omelet. You know, put the spinach in your egg white muffin.
Ooh, to wrap this up, let's just name some key ingredients to get them going. So, Swiss chard, okra,
kale,
broccoli.
I love making kale chips.
Asparagus, Brussels sprouts.
Love me some Brussels sprouts. So if you guys go to Trader Joe's, they are great at helping you to get your veggies in, because they cut them up for you. They slice them, they'll spiral them.
That bag is bomb.
The bag is bomb.
That bag was bomb. It's mixed with all kinds of
broccoli slaw, they have radish slaw, they have kale that's already cut clean and ready to go. You're gonna pay an extra like 30-40 cents, but you guys, if you find that you're just not wanting to do it, you get it home, it wilts in your fridge, because that's happened to me, then buy the bags already ready to go, and then you dump half the bag in your dish. Whatever it is, I don't care what you're making, just dump it in the dish, saute it, and don't be scared to add olive oil. Don't be scared to add all. So once I started adding all those good fats and like seasonings, I noticed that I was more, I was fulfilled, and then I didn't feel like I needed to have anything else. So anyways, yeah, all those greens, those are good ones.
But Shana, I would have normally had egg whites too, but I'm using the full egg based on the research that I heard, because they said the fats, it's more important to get fats from the meat than fats from other things. The body likes fats from the meat.
It does, and it gives you energy, by the way.
Yes.
When my coach only gave me 5 almonds, I was destroyed.
Well, wow. Well, Shana, that was some good tips.
So, are you sweating?
I got warm a little bit. So, long story short,
I got hot just talking about all this stuff.
Shana's route to fertility.
That the girl gave us. Route to fertility.
Is that? Oh my God! I almost put those on. They're in my fanny pack, and I was like, no, that's too dressy. And then I put on the rabbit.
Put them on for twinsy.
I will. This in the back. It's so funny.
You inspired me to wear earrings, because I never wear earrings. In college, I used to put on earrings, and everybody like, Where are you going, Shana? Are you going to like prom? They used to make fun of me because I always looked fancy.
But I feel like earrings is like very feminine. If you want to look like a lady, throw on some earrings.
I want to look like a lady.
Otherwise, we look like we're gonna both go to the courthouse.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. We kindly interrupt each other. But Shana's journey to fertility and my journey to better health, what we learned is it's the same path of eating correctly.
I know,
there's no secret.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna be adding. I forgot what you said, and I was like,
oh yeah, I was gonna have Greek yogurt and add kefir and all these seeds and all this sour. Have all this stuff, and Shana's like, oh shit, look at my counter. I'm like, oh my god, where'd you find this stuff? She was like, Amazon. Anyway, get your good health on. This was the easiest decision I ever made, and I'm feeling good, looking great, and it's making me a better person for everyone. Because if I'm not good, feeling good, you don't want to do anything. You want to hide. You're upset. You're mean. And I feel good, and plus I want to look good for my trip to Atlanta. I'm ready to slay on these in this conference because I know everybody's gonna be wearing FBI suits.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I want to come in vintage dresses and looking good, and not holding my gut in. You know.
I can tell you're more excited too because you're more excited to film, more excited to take pictures, and like that.
Diet.
It just it's a mood booster. You guys.
Well,
so, anyways, that was just one question, and we spent 3 hours on one.
Well, because it's such a big part of our lives. We want to tell them everything. Or our parents still living.
Okay, so that's an easy one to answer.
Go ahead, you first.
My mom passed away in 2007, and that is the reason why you're watching this channel, because she sparked Thrifters Anonymous. But yeah, my dad is still alive. He turns 66 on my birthday.
Was he born in 54?
I believe so.
Well, my mom too.
Yeah, he's I was born on my dad's birthday, so we share the same birthday. And my birthday is in exactly 1 week.
And how old are you gonna be? 43? I'm 44.
French, and we know French!
Oh, 44! 44, 43. Excusez-moi. Je suis désolée. Je suis désolée.
I'm not sad. It is what it is.
I think we look great for our age. And just for the record, no one asked, but we've never gotten...
No one asked.
No one asked, but we've never got anything done. No Botox, no fillers,
Listen, that doesn't
nothing.
mean we're never gonna.
Just not yet.
It ain't happening yet.
Thank God. Okay, so for me,
somebody's calling me.
My mom...
This is Shana. Good. Who is this?
My name is Mary with Get Healthy, and we are calling in regards to your Medicare option.
Hang on. She got you. She got you.
My Medicare options.
She got you, girl.
My Medicare options. She got you. Talked about our age, and she called about my Medicare call.
Oh, I'm so glad you're 43. Hello. Okay, for me, my mom is still alive. She lives here in Las Vegas. And my dad, he took his life when I was 12. I don't think I've ever shared that. But once we moved to Vegas, I moved here to Vegas from Chicago to Vegas when I was 12. And I met you like 3 years later.
Oh, wow.
When I moved here to Vegas. So... Anyway, long story short, my mom left my dad, and he took it kind of hard and decided to leave this earth. And here I am. I'm still in Las Vegas, and I have a brother. And Shana, you have a sister.
And I have a sister, you guys. You guys have seen her. She's the Leo we always talk about. And her name is Michelle.
Yes. Right?
Who is this Michelle?
So now you guys know everything almost.
You guys almost know everything. So the only thing you don't know is the secret we saved last week that some people were offended by.
Oh, we should address that comment.
Yeah,
I don't know who it is. I'm not even going to shout it out because it's a little
controversial.
It's a little on the negative side, but we understand. So basically the comment was, we were shopping, right? And we would turn the camera off or say we can't share this, can't share that, because we didn't know how we were going to reveal it to you.
Right.
So should we reveal it?
Sure.
What the plan is?
Yeah, well, there's going to be a whole series.
True. So you guys, we've been shopping secretly for key pieces for a very special event.
You guys, we're just going to say it. Here's the thing. you guys know we have lots of visions, and we want to open up our boutique. 2024 is the goal here in Vegas, downtown. And my brother-in-law came up to me, and he is the one that we're going to have our retail store in. He built the high-rise. It's called Share.
Oh my God.
You guys can probably find it on Instagram.
Share Las Vegas.
Share Las Vegas. He's on his, he's building his second high-rise. And he's getting ready for the grand opening. And he's like, hey ladies, do you guys want to have a fashion show, like a runway show? That's in conjunction with our grand opening.
We were like, what?
We have a beautiful space. It's outdoors. It overlooks downtown. And both Amina and I almost like threw up in our mouth.
Like, what the hell?
Yes. When do you need us to be there?
And so we've been trying to find key pieces, but we didn't want to like share it too soon.
Because there's going to be a fun reveal.
And we want to do some certain things to the items, like they're not going to be just as is. And so we were brainstorming off camera. And we didn't want to shut you guys out, but it was too soon at that point.
It was too soon
to say.
Because we didn't know if it was going to be for sure. So he just confirmed it. We are having a fashion show. It's going to be sometime probably end of March, beginning of April. So put that in your calendar. If you guys want to come to Vegas, we would love to have you there. We are going to have a series. It will be very Project Runway style, because we're going to share with you. You guys, we have a whole vision for our runway show. And there's going to be about 12 to 15 models. If you guys are here in Vegas and you want to walk in our runway show, shout out, email us at throwitinthecartlv@gmail.com.
Echo, email us,
Echo, please reach out. We really, I mean, if you guys here in Vegas, we really, really do need your help. It is pro bono, so but we have some special things for all of our guests and also for our models, like really special. So it'll be very exciting for you guys. But the vision and the idea of this first runway show is very nostalgic for us.
Oh yeah, don't give the theme yet.
I'm not going to give them the theme, but that's why we didn't share it. So we appreciate, you know, whenever you guys feel slighted, because it makes us feel like you are connected to us.
Yeah, we sucked you in, and we're not trying to like deny you. There's a reason. I think they think everything's gonna be like Zuki's condo, and I think that's the problem.
You guys, we will show Zuki's
soon.
condo. Let's just decide when we're gonna film it. Can we just decide? Let's just figure it out. Because we just need to film it. I'm basically done.
Well, I mean, it's really just when you're ready, because I know you still were doing some final touches.
I needed my rug. Yeah, that's right.
You're still doing final touches. That's all. Because you need to reveal it for many things.
So you guys, another reason why Zuki's condo was put off is because I had a miscarriage. And I was gonna do the nursery, remember? And it was like everything got changed. And then when I started doing the IVF cycle stuff, it's like a lot. I act like it's not a lot, and then I realize it is.
It's a lot for me as just a viewer.
It's a lot. And then I had to go to New York after the first 2 sessions with this clinic.
Oh my God, this is delicious. It's almost gone, you guys. So many vegetables.
So good, right?
And my body is so happy right away.
It's instant gratification. If I don't get my, that's what I eat every morning. If I don't get my omelet, if I don't have time to go home, if I have a meeting right after I have to take Zev to school, I'm very upset because I don't get my, so sometimes I'll actually make my omelet for lunch because I'll miss breakfast. Sometimes I do miss breakfast. By the way, that's also not a thing. I don't believe in any of it.
What?
Don't eat after 9. Don't skip breakfast. Do whatever fits for your situation.
I just have so much gut fat that I found with this research, this would be the best way to help get rid of this visceral fat. Because all my fat, the majority of my fat is in my gut.
You have like the nicest legs. I feel like your legs are like my dream legs.
Can we film a video? She got legs.
She knows how to use them.
Oh, I wanted to be in ZZ Top so bad.
She's got legs.
So we're probably about like 42 minutes in.
Yeah, we want time for one more.
One more question. That was delicious.
Okay, let's do
Tore that up.
Marissa Hibbard, who, by the way, thank you, Marissa.
Is that our Marissa from Arizona? Marissa?
Wait, Marissa.
Is that her?
Is that you?
I don't know her last name. It might be our Marissa.
Oh my gosh, wait. Why did I make that connection?
When I read it, I thought of her, but it could be another, but we'll just assume it's our Marissa. Hi, Marissa from Arizona.
Because she's always on our lives and I'm always talking to her.
Oh my God, we love her.
We love you. She says, this was so much fun. Too bad about the oatmeal and the porn.
That's why I brought my own food. I couldn't handle the oatmeal. By the way, how was your oatmeal?
I haven't had it yet. I usually never get to it, and then it saves my life after thrifting.
Okay.
Okay. When do you know you can trust someone? Let's make these really quick and easy answers.
Yes.
Like, what do you call them?
A ping pong.
No, but
points,
that works.
Bullets. Tennis.
I am sweating. Like, literally, this is wet.
Would you like some?
Yes. Oh,
It's gonna be loud. I got hot, but then I cooled down. Whew. Here, let me give you some AC. How about that?
You know why though, guys? Because my hair is washed and brushed. So it's down. Whenever it's on my neck,
I'll give you AC.
you know, I always have a... I get hot.
Well, first of all, we've been in here talking. We've been hotboxing with our emotions. No drugs.
Hotboxing?
Yeah.
I like that word.
Remember
okay.
that? Remember those days?
When do you know you can trust someone?
Oh. I think for me is knowing when you can trust someone. This is really hard.
You know what my answer was to me? I'm like, you don't. Next!
Well, what I've learned is when people have your best interest at heart and there's nothing for them to gain. Because the hard thing, we were talking about this, is that I can see right through someone
immediately.
If they're doing something for you for a result, or people are doing something to push you to react a certain way. If you don't ever feel that, you know you're good. And you never hear anything come back. Like, Shane and I can share stuff with each other, but it's never gonna get to anyone to come back. Like, Shane's not gonna hear it from someone and be like, did we just say that? Or vice versa. So
right, if you hadn't already talked about it yourself.
Right. But really, when people have your true interest at heart, they're there to help you, guide you, and there's nothing for them out of it except for them really just helping you. Those are people you can trust.
It's true. And I don't like to test people, but sometimes I will.
You do? I think I test on accident.
Well, it's kind of on accident.
Yeah,
it'll just kind of show itself, and I'm like, what do you think about this? And sometimes I learn trust by just seeing if we have the same values. You know, like when you meet someone
that is important,
and they don't talk about their parents, or they don't find value in spending time with or they don't have any friends. When somebody doesn't have any close friends, I'm like, I can't trust you. You know, people say, like, if you don't like animals, I can't trust you.
Ooh.
Do you see what I mean?
Ooh, that's
so
good
those
one.
are some good, like, testing points. Like, you have no best friends, not one friend. Not that you're a bad person. It just means that there may be.
It's a red flag.
It's a red flag. It's not like, it's not foolproof. Like, there are some good people that are trustworthy.
Of course. And they just got burned by bad people and they're a good person.
Right. Or like, you know, you can't hold down a job. Okay, well maybe there's something there that it's your character, right? So trust is based on character.
Yeah, look at their lifestyle. Is their life chaotic or structured? Are they in control or out of control? Are they a mess? Are they always complaining? Like, because sometimes when people are out of whack.
If you're always a victim,
yeah,
I can't trust you.
Oh yeah, I can't handle victims. I'm not a victim.
Plenty of stuff has happened to us. We do not need your pity or sympathy.
No, we've lived a good full life to where it's not a victim mentality. Yeah. We want to learn from it and move past it.
Those are some testers.
Ooh, good ones.
I have some good testers because I've been burned.
Ooh, me too. That's why, Shane, that's why you're my last friend. Don't F this up.
First and last friend.
Don't F it up. There's nobody else. It's a wrap after this. It's a wrap.
So the second one was signs you can't trust someone. So I just gave you those.
Yep.
Setting boundaries concerning said people. Oh, well, Edwina.
Well,
what was it? SBD? Remember you told me?
Oh, shut it down?
Remember you were like, you better go shut that shit down.
Yes. It's very important. We were just talking about this yesterday, that you must communicate the things that are important to you. Shane and I were just talking about how she may value this, and I didn't even think about that. And she put so much on this, but she never told me. And then now I'm just nonchalant about this, and she's upset because she didn't really tell me. She just assumed I knew.
Yeah, so we were talking about time.
Yes.
Like, you said you were going to be here 2 hours ago. I know, but it's Saturday. Like, you're fine. But I set a huge, like, time is really important. And Edwina was like, it's not important to me. But this is important to me.
But I didn't know your vision. Like,
right.
You didn't share the vision of what you saw.
I didn't set any boundaries.
Yes.
I didn't say, hey, this is what I would really love if you could do this.
Right. And then for me, I'm like, oh, she's at her house. I can get there anytime. She's at her home. What's the big deal? But once you told it to me and I saw you and you were upset, I'm like, oh, this is important to her. I can fix that.
But it's, I guess, how do you set those boundaries?
Be clear.
Be clear, yeah.
And you have to be honest.
It's not easy.
But it's really just being honest, because otherwise you're eating and you're the only one upset and nobody knows.
It's so true. My husband and I, that's how we get in arguments, because we didn't tell each other like what our expectations were.
We assumed they knew.
We assumed that you set the same value as family dinner as I do. I'm like, well, not really.
What I've learned with Trey is that we don't think alike at all.
Yeah, you think you're like, oh, we're so like incompatible.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, we're not.
No, we're complete opposites. Like, we know each other well, but it's not the same.
Right.
I just know how to deal with him. He knows how to deal with me, but he doesn't think like me, and I don't think like him. So you have to communicate.
It is. And you know what? Maybe create times where you can set those boundaries and make it really clear that you're setting them.
Yeah, don't make it a fight. Don't make it like a...
Listen, I had a really good friend, best friend. Okay, she was best friend, and we helped.
Who? Oh, her.
She was one of my very good friends.
I was like, shut that down, girl.
And I made a mistake. I never set boundaries, and she took full advantage of me.
No, but not only that, she violated you. Remember, you were getting your hair done, and the hairdresser was telling you shit that she said. Didn't you guys have the same hairdresser?
Yes, girl.
That's a violation. That's that trust violation.
Well, she violated trust, and then she would accuse me of things that I didn't do, which led me to believe that she didn't trust me. And when there's no trust, why are we friends?
It was like she was friends with you just to hate on you and to talk shit. Like, she was so... it's beyond jealous. It was like hater.
Listen,
I was a hater.
And I wasn't perfect in the relationship. I used to say all the time, I'm like, listen, I know I had my own faults. But like, that's it. It's been 10 years. Like, let's figure this out. And one day I sat down, Edwina told me, she's like, you need to sit down and you need to set the boundaries. And you know what happened? I set the boundaries and we just drifted. It wasn't like because
she was like, I'm not on board for that. It's like, she was like, no.
Right. And so once you stand up for yourself and you say, no, this is what I want, then everybody who doesn't want to be a part of that goes away. And then you know what you're left with? You know when you're sifting for like gold, you're left with gold, folks.
And it could be just one.
And you could be left with one, you could be left with 5. I was just thinking on the drive yesterday, I was driving and I was like, I have some best friends. I have like really good friends and they're amazing. And those are the ones that I'm left with. And I'm so happy and blessed to have them.
See, and back to the first thing, look, she was talking stuff about you and all the stuff behind your back, but see, I was just late, but I wasn't mistreating you. I wasn't treating you bad, but the late thing I learned was a mistreatment to where you wanted.
Well, and you said something interesting yesterday too. Was this all yesterday?
Yesterday, you say it. Yeah, we talked a lot yesterday.
No, you said something very interesting, and you said, and I wasn't, because I pressured Edwina a lot, okay? I was like the bully, the creative bully, okay?
I was not interested in YouTube, long story short. I was just not interested.
Not interested in YouTube. You weren't interested in...
I was going through a rough time.
Any of that.
I was going through a moment.
And I knew that. Like, I would offer like, oh, don't worry, I'll pay for it. Or don't worry, I'll go. Yeah. I just wanted her there.
Right.
But like, there were times where I probably pushed you and I wasn't very cognizant of what you were dealing with. Right. I was in my la-la land. I had a new job, corporate job. I was doing really well. I just got married.
You were at your prime.
My mom was still alive. Like, no, she wasn't. She passed away. She was passed away, but I had already found my voice. You had
a career and a purpose and a direction, and I was not there yet. I was at my mom's house.
But never did I think you were treating me poorly.
No, but I'm trying to say the difference between that person and me. Like, the trust thing, like, I didn't think about time, but I wasn't like talking bad about you or hating on you, being mean to you.
But here's the difference when you trust. I never thought that you were showing up late because you were trying to show up late and hurt my feelings. That's the difference. Right. If I was like, you are an asshole, I cannot believe you did that to me. I never thought you were intentionally trying to do that. I just thought why. I was trying to find out why. Like, why don't you want to be here, or why don't you want to do this? And so now it's like, it's easy to look back and go, oh, that's what it was. But the reason why you don't get along with some people is because you don't trust them,
and you can't communicate, and some people can't receive it either.
I'm not very good. I cried the whole time. I'm a horrible communicator.
I'm very direct, and it comes across very, very harsh,
and I'm crying all the time.
I'm very militant, like, to the core, so it's very easy for me. Like, I have to like finesse things, but it's very hard.
I was losing my mind. We were driving, I was like, ah!
Yeah, you were very emotional. I was like, what the hell? the hell? But I think you needed to free yourself. I
did.
Of it.
I freed myself.
But man, like,
free yourself.
Guess when Shana told me about how the lateness hurt her and all this stuff was during Storage Wars.
Oh my God, it was.
So we were commuting or something, or we were driving there.
Yes.
And I think that was the day that you booked the hotel on the wrong day. It was a lot of things going on. So we didn't have a hotel room. It was a mess. Anyway, Shana was just so emotional when she was sharing it. But you were like, oh!
I was.
And I was just sitting there on the driver's side, oh shit.
Like, oh my God.
Shoot,
like unpacking all my baggage.
But someone said their friend is always late. So we had a mutual friend that is still late to the core. We just don't really see her at all anymore.
Yeah.
It's been it's been
a long time.
It's been over 8 years, 10 years probably. Anyway, people who disrespect time, it's a sign of disrespect. If you tell that person how important it is and they don't change, that's a sign. Because once Shana told me, I was like, ooh, I gotta work on that.
You were never late again. And listen, 5-10 minutes late, that's not what I'm talking about.
Hours.
I'm talking like 2 hours.
Yeah, I was 1 to 2 hours late.
And like not even like a comment.
But going to your house.
Yes.
Going to your house. Because I felt like going to your house wasn't a big deal.
Or sometimes when we meet somewhere.
But Shana, you had a lot of plans. I was a person with no plans.
That's,
so
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I kind of also didn't realize, like, I was making plans with Edwina that Edwina didn't want to even go to.
Yeah, I'm always on chill mode. I'm very spontaneous. I'm not a planner.
We're going to go to Goodwill at 10 and we're going to meet a group of people. And Edwina's like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to go at 10. I don't want to do that.
And I'm glad you did, because that's one of our best videos. Remember that?
Oh my God, yes. But anyway, you guys, if someone doesn't take your feelings to heart and really like hear you out, rethink some things.
It's true.
Really think some things. Because you're wasting time. You're wasting time. Okay, this is almost an hour of
well, we're 5 minutes over our time, so that's actually not bad.
Okay.
And I was just gonna finish it. She says, have you ever had to fight for a thrifted piece with a stranger? We thought this one was funny. With a stranger. Not with each other, like the sequin piece that we almost lost our friendship with.
Almost.
Mental health is huge. Let's keep talking about it. Take care, my two friends. Oh,
thanks, Marisa.
We love you. And so, Edwina, have you ever fought with anybody at the thrift store for a piece?
No, what I think has happened to both of us on many occasions is that our carts are ridiculous and things will be out in the cart and people will come to the cart and like pick things up and kind of see if anyone's around to see if they can take it. But we're quick to say, oh, that's our cart. And then remember that one lady was mad at that one Savers?
Y'all taking all the good stuff.
Everything. I came in for my daughter, for my baby, and I ain't got nothing because y'all took everything.
You know what I was telling Edwina? Do you know what
God.
we do that I don't think we often film? Because you guys, you do realize you don't see everything, right?
Yes, because we're like dead usually.
People will be stalking something that we have in the cart.
Following us.
That top. Oh my goodness. And there was a lady, she was like, oh my word, I've just been searching. And finally I looked at me and I'm like, can we just give this lady this top? And so we'll go and try to find the person that was admiring whatever it was in the cart.
If we can find them, because we've been in there for so long.
Right.
I think we're employees.
And we try to find them and we'll give it to them because there's nothing more that brings us more joy.
Satisfying.
Than to find somebody a thrifted piece that like they just lights them up. Like, this is who I am.
And you guys, everyone's listening to us in the store and we hype up so much stuff to where they want it and then we take it. And that's really what it is. People are just hating on our skills, our eye.
It's true. Oh.
And they passed by it and they didn't want it. And then we grabbed it. Now they're mad.
Yes.
Remember that one lady who didn't want us to...
Yes, she did not want us. I was going to address the paper plate.
Oh man, somebody called Shana out on that picnic basket.
First of all, I organized the picnic basket.
Right.
Second of all, I asked the lady, can I buy these paper plate holders that were in the picnic basket? She goes, oh, I don't even know if they came in that picnic basket. I think we just put that together. So anyways.
They made a set.
We always clean up. You guys, they love us. They're like our best friends in here. And
yes,
we're about to go thrifting. So we hope you enjoyed this Twinsy Talk episode
3. Yeah, West Side. This is a West Side episode.
West Side. Wait, how do you do it?
No, that's ATL. Wait.
Oh,
wait.
I don't know.
West Side? Oh no, this kind of looks weird. Is this West Side?
West Side. Maybe we shouldn't throw gang signs in our video.
Gang, gang. I know, the tie-dye gang.
There goes the algorithm. We hope you enjoyed, you guys. Thank you so much for all the love. You guys, if you missed all our videos, we posted a lot of them.
Yes, and please continue with your questions. Keep them coming. Next week, we'll look at comments from the week before. So that's what we're going to try to do. So Put your comments in.
Yes.
We love you and appreciate you.
And stay tuned tomorrow, 9 a.m. PST, for a come thrifting with us of where we're going right now. And we're going to be looking for some of the runway pieces. So if you watch this video, you know what we were looking for. But we're not going to say it in the thrifting video. It'll be a secret. So only people who come to Twinsy Talk will know what we're doing.
Yes, and we're filling up our TA rack. So if you come down to the Salvation Army, it's $97.15. Salvation Army on Silverado Ranch. You'll see our rack. So we're going to stock that up too.
Yeah. All right. We love you guys. Be kind.
And smile.
And thanks for hanging out with my two friends.
See you next week.
Bye.